This is the broadcast for February 2nd, 2026. Part 1. Will Shohei Ohtani pitch in the 2026 WBC? Predicting the ultimate closer. On the morning of February 1st, Japan time, there was quite a stir on social media and in the news. Everyone was asking, is Shohei Ohtani not going to pitch in the WBC? The source of this buzz was a comment made by Dodgers manager Dave Roberts during a press conference at Dodgerfest, a fan appreciation event held at Dodger Stadium. Roberts stated, Shohei will not be pitching in the WBC. It felt like Roberts might have accidentally let it slip, but it has everyone wondering what will really happen. In his first press conference of the year, Ohtani himself was non-committal about pitching for the Japanese national team in the WBC, saying, I don't know yet. It all depends on my adjustment process until the very end. However, just 1 hour later, Roberts told the media regarding the Samurai Japan roster, Shohei will not pitch in the WBC. Considering the progression of his innings last year and the preparation required to handle his two-way role this season, I believe it's the right decision. It was entirely his own call. Sports newspapers like Sanspo and many others immediately reported on this discrepancy. Ohtani says it depends on adjustments, while the manager says he's not pitching. It's natural for people to ask which one it is. Ohtani has already expressed his commitment to the 2026 WBC, saying, my role is already decided to some extent, so I want to prepare as a DH first. From here, let me share my own deduction and speculation. I believe Shohei Ohtani will pitch. Why? Because the very fact that Roberts says he won't and Ohtani remains vague is exactly the kind of situation that leads to a surprise appearance. However, there are conditions. I believe the condition is that Samurai Japan must reach the finals, and they must enter the 9th inning with a lead. I don't think we'll see him exerting full effort on the mound starting from the qualifiers like in the previous tournament. Instead, I predict Shohei Ohtani will emerge as the closer for the final inning of the championship game. He might pitch in the semifinals to get a feel for the mound and regain his game sense, but his main role will be the closer. Looking at the Dodgers organization, they clearly want to expand their presence in the Japanese market. While they want him to focus on the season to win the World Series and achieve a three-peat, they also know that cutting off Ohtani's commitment to the two-way role and Samurai Japan would cause an enormous backlash from fans. Manager Roberts is known for being a bit of a chatterbox who doesn't always read the room. During the negotiations for Ohtani's move from the Angels, while every other team kept quiet, Roberts was the only one who openly told the cameras, yeah, I talked to Shohei, which got him in trouble with the front office. But his slips often reveal the reality of the situation. He said it was Shohei's decision not to pitch, but Ohtani said it depends on adjustments just an hour earlier. That is the answer. If the adjustments go well, he's going. If Samurai Japan makes it to the finals, his body will be ready, and he'll have been throwing in the bullpen. I predict that in the 9th inning of the 2026 WBC final, Ohtani will come out as the stopper. It's incredibly exciting to think about. The conditions are tough. Japan must reach the finals and hold a lead in the 9th. But I will wait in anticipation of Ohtani the pitcher. He's already confirmed his role as a DH. But as for seeing the real two-way Ohtani, I believe we will. I hope to see him on the mound, perhaps throwing that super sweeper, though I worry about the strain on his elbow, and becoming the winning pitcher of the 2026 WBC, recreating the beautiful scene from 2023. I look forward to the success of Samurai Japan and Ohtani's two-way performance. Part 2. Shohei Ohtani's dream beyond baseball, looking toward the stars. There was an article in Sports Hochi titled, What if Shohei Ohtani weren't a baseball player? A new commercial for the human resources company DIP Corporation, titled Find Your Passion, featuring Ohtani, will begin airing nationwide in Japan today, February 2nd. To coincide with the CM release, a special interview video between Ohtani and Hideki Tomita, the representative director, president, and CEO of DIP Corporation, was released on their official YouTube channel. In the interview, they discussed the theme of jobs you would want to do other than being a baseball player. Ohtani commented, I've always thought I would like to be an astronaut. He explained that he has always wanted to see space with his own eyes to confirm if what people say is true, the feeling of zero gravity and the various phenomena that occur in space. While he has the knowledge, he's had a childhood desire to actually experience it. When Mr. Tomita suggested that Ohtani would make a great teacher, Ohtani replied, "I've been taught by many great teachers. But when I think about whether I could do the same, I probably couldn't. I don't think I'm suited for teaching." This is a very profound response, and Mr. Tomita asked a fantastic question. Ohtani is such a master of his craft that teaching it to others, and continuing to do so, might be incredibly difficult. How do you transfer the skills of the world's best baseball player? He likely realizes that his own level of performance is so high that explaining it to others is a massive challenge. While he is likely great at interacting with juniors and children to teach them the joy of the game or inspiring them to become ball players through charity work, imagining him creating a long-term development plan to raise a single player is difficult. Shohei Ohtani is the best in the world. His techniques in hitting, pitching, and base running are his own unique know-how that may be impossible to pass on exactly as they are. To be blunt, there are players who hit more home runs than Ohtani, players who are faster, and pitchers who throw harder or have more wins. Yet, the reason he is a global superstar and the face of MLB is because he displays top-tier skills in every aspect of the game. On top of that, his character matches his talent. His sincere attitude toward baseball, his conduct as a Dodgers teammate, his poise with fans, and his professionalism in commercials all make him a figure worthy of the title world's best. For him to mentor someone in both skill and character would be a daunting task. His comment that he might not be suited for teaching shows a deep self-awareness. Part 3. Samurai Japan's Strategic Key. Catcher Seishiro Sakamoto and the Road to Victory. An article from Daily Sports mentioned that Hanshin Tigers catcher Seishiro Sakamoto expressed a desire to catch Ohtani's pitches in the WBC, but added, "I won't be that selfish. My goal when playing baseball with him is to become #1 in the world." Seishiro Sakamoto has been selected as a catcher for Samurai Japan, and he is a fantastic player. Rather than just his hitting, his strength lies in his game calling, his communication within the battery, and his strategic sense that leads the team to victory. Currently, the Hanshin Tigers are the strongest team in the NPB Central League, and as their cornerstone, Sakamoto's skills will be a massive asset for Japan in the WBC. Sakamoto is a senior to Ohtani by 1 year. He mentioned that even if he doesn't catch Ohtani's pitches, there are many things he wants to ask him to broaden his own horizons as a ball player. The WBC is just over a month away, and the excitement is building. In Japan, professional baseball spring camps begin in February, marking the start of a very busy season for the baseball world. My radio show will also get busy with more topics to cover, but I will do my best to keep the broadcast concise and easy to listen to. That's all for today. Thank you for listening.